William, The Wages of Sin. After William's motel experience, he began to drink even more as his life became endless bars, cigarettes, and immorality. He began to completely give in to his worldly passions as the convicting spirit faded and eventually became so quiet that he no longer heard it. He, God, has blinded their eyes and deadened their hearts, so they can neither see with their eyes nor understand with their hearts, nor turn, and I would heal them. John 12:40. Life continued its downward spiral as he struggled to earn a living. He couldn't stay out of the bottle long enough to hold down a steady job. He looked older than his 50 years, with his face showing the signs of his sinful extravagance. The women no longer wanted him. His drinking buddies were no longer around as they grew weary of his bumming drinks and smokes because he had no money. He slept on the streets or a shelter, hardly bathing and wearing the same filthy suit, ragged and worn. He had become a man without hope or reason to live. Soon, even his favorite bars threw him out into the streets because he had become a nuisance. Even his old drinking buddies and his former friends laughed at him and his pathetic existence. Though he had joked and made fun of many in his life, he now found himself the victim of their jokes, deserted, alone, and homeless. One cold and particularly difficult day, as he was staggering down the sidewalk, William's attention was drawn to a poem in the storefront window of a city business. The finished product of the brewer's art. The clock kept ticking the hours away, minute by minute, through the night and the day. The phone hadn't rung and he hadn't returned. I called all our friends, but no news had I learned. The children were asking me, "Mama, where is our daddy? Why doesn't he come home?" I tried hard to comfort and offer them cheer, but my heart wasn't in it. They sensed my fear. Night was coming, the sun sinking low. I had to find him. I had to go. I called up a friend and asked her to stay, keeping watch over our children while I was away. Then I started walking the streets of the town. I went in the bars and I asked around. As I turned the corner to search once again, I saw a familiar figure, and I knew it was him. Just then I saw him. I looked in his face as he lay in the gutter, shamed and disgraced. Broken in spirit and lost was his pride, the respect of his children, his friends, and his wife. Once he was a proud man, good family man too, but the devil deceived him with a bottle of brew. For out of that bottle came destruction and hell, a sparkling deceiver from Satan himself. If there is a problem you can't stand up to, and you think the devil has the answer in a bottle of brew, take a good look, my friend, if you're tempted to start, and remember the finished product of the brewer's art. Connie Johnson, 1970. As he read the words written so profoundly some time ago, he found himself in tears. The story it portrayed was his father's life for sure, but as William read, he saw the devil in the bottle he held in his hand. Cursing and shamed, he hurled the bottle into a nearby wall, and as it shattered into a million pieces, William saw his shattered life lying like the broken glass upon the walk, and knew that his life could never be put back together again. Wine is a mocker, and beer a brawler. Whoever is led astray by them is not wise. Proverbs 20:1.